On this line, anybody question?
Can I ask?
Okay.
Wait. I wanted to ask, I understand this liberation idea, and I think this is something in my life that I can do. Maybe not 100%, but it's all my life. I mean, the last 30 years at least, I practice this liberation. Not to get attached, not to want just the good feelings. I think this is something that I can do. At least I can practice it. At least life support this practicing in my life. And I think even that I proceed. But if I look at my external life, for example, wait, my son wake up. If I look at my external life, I don't have relationships, and I look at other people, they have partner, they have relationships, they have fun. And for me, it's all the thing is not happening. I have career, I have many things that happens, but I have things that don't happen. And then I think they don't happen because maybe I do something wrong, maybe because of my childhood, my difficult childhood, maybe I prevent myself from life. And it is because my inner world that maybe is not taken care deep enough. You understand? So I think maybe I don't have enough fun, I don't have relationships, things like this, that I see that other people have. Understand what I say? So I say, okay, maybe I'm liberated, more or less, but maybe I don't participate life enough. I mean, some of life I participate a lot. I'm out there, I'm working, I have big career, but some things don't happen. No matter what I do, how much liberated I will be, they are not happening. And sometimes I want them to happen. Sometimes I free, I don't care. I don't care. I like nothing is missing. And then the deep hole is opened and many things are I feel lack of things, that many things don't happen. Like sometimes I experience it like no problem, and sometimes big problem. And the problem is that I think maybe I prevent myself from life. I'm not out there enough. Don't dare to go there because I'm wounded.
Lanir, what is your question actually?
So Galit is saying that she can understand and appreciate what you're saying, and actually she has been doing what you're saying in the last 30 years, and she feels a progress in that line of liberation. But she says that in the outer life, she lacks certain things. And her difficulties lies in that she thinks that maybe because of her difficult childhood, she had a difficult time while she were a child with her parents and how they raised her. She said maybe the structure of her psychology prevents her from having let's say relationships. She is divorced now and she wants to have a relationship with somebody, but it's not happening for many years. And she's wondering if she has to do something active in the outside world. sometimes she is content with her situation and she doesn't care about it. And sometimes she feels maybe she has to do something in order to participate more in life and achieve, let's say, for example, having a partner for life. So this is the question. גלית, מה השאלה בדיוק? במשפט אחד אבל.
רגע, שנייה, רגע.
So here we may have some many experience in our life, in the past life, in the earlier childhood or anything. We may have many experience, may have many memories, but everything reflects unconsciously, but doesn't matter. But even though whatever unconsciously reflects upon our memory, upon our mind, it reflects and immediately it disappears. So after it's disappear alone, we take it into account. When we take it into account, we are having new kind of functioning of our mind. The first functioning is unconscious. The second functioning of our mind is conscious. We are conscious of something happening within our mind. Even though both are within our own mind, something happens unconsciously, and afterwards we recognize the happening consciously. So the conscious dealing with our mind is the second part. Unconscious dealing of something is the first part. In the first part, it happens and disappears. In the second part, we recognize it. So as far as possible, we have to make ourselves moment by moment new. We may take anything into hand, but in the next we have to free from the happening, free from the emotion. So the second part alone is in our hand. The first part, it is unconscious, happening and disappears. In the second part, we feel that we are having some emotion or anything, but in the second part itself, for a momentary, we should not keep hold of anything. So we acquire the habit keeping something by keeping some good emotion, feeling, good enjoyment or anything. We develop a habit of keeping hold of something. So the keeping hold of something, the habit of keeping hold of something is the problem. So we have to shift on to other kind of pattern, that we have to free from everything. The freedom pattern, the pattern of freedom, the pattern of holding and the pattern of freedom. So the second part alone has to shift our pattern into the pattern of freedom, where we can take anything, but in the next moment we have to leave from the emotion. But it happens unconsciously, and we recognize and we take in our hand. For example, we may have some fear or sorrow or anger, anything we can have, but in the next moment you have to be free from that thing. We have to move from other thing, so we have to free from that. So then only the third aspect alone is the action. The action part is the third action, third emotion, third part. In the third part, we have to do some work. Now, for that, we can make use of our emotion, feeling, or anything. But in the first part is the unconscious part. The second part is the conscious part. In the conscious part itself, we can have keep ourselves something, and we can free within the pattern of freedom or pattern of keeping something. So only in the case of some good emotion, for example, if we have some happiness or some good emotion, we want to retain the intention to keep something alone is the bondage. So we have to shift to the second level, that is the freedom pattern. The freedom pattern, if the mind function in the freedom pattern, it takes anything, and in the next moment it will be free for itself. So we have to shift the conscious level to the freedom pattern. So that is important.